When Ramadan arrived this year specifically, I had this question in mind that I always ask myself. I really wonder what would a day of fasting in Ramadan look like in our Prophet ﷺ's life. And therefore I did a little bit of research and I wanted to share it with you. How did our Prophet spend his fasting days during Ramadan? Hi everyone, and welcome back to a new YouTube video on my channel. Today is episode 4 of our Ramadan series. I'm so excited. It's been 4 days already. Why is time running? Why is time running? Tell me. So today I wanted to do something special, and I did some research about how our Prophet ﷺ spent his fasting days in Ramadan, and I wanted to share it with you because I know you're gonna love it. Let's just start. The first thing our Prophet ﷺ did in his Ramadan fasting days was suhoor. I know a lot of you struggle with suhoor. I mean, there are two categories of people. The people who love suhoor and like wake up so early and they cook for themselves and they eat and they wait for Fajr patiently and they read Quran. This is amazing. And there's the second category, the people who don't wake up for suhoor and they're like, oh, I don't eat suhoor, and they just wake up to pray. Okay, I think I fall in the middle because I wake up like before Fajr. Depends, sometimes between 1 hour 40 minutes, sometimes it depends, and I just grab something quickly and wait for Fajr. I think that's how I like it. That's how it's been for years. And I had this period of my life where I didn't really want to wake up for suhoor, but not anymore. Like last Ramadan and Ramadan before that, and even this Ramadan, inshallah, I will keep waking up for suhoor because في السحور بركة. Our Prophet ﷺ says that, and I feel like we have to do it. I mean, it isn't a sin if you don't do it, but you are going to wake up for Fajr anyway. So if you are able to wake up a few minutes before it to do the suhoor sunnah, it's gonna be awesome, trust me. Our Prophet ﷺ's suhoor was very simple, trust me. He'd sometimes have dates, other times purely drink a little bit of water. What truly mattered was not what he ate, but when he ate. To be specific, I couldn't find a perfect, most specific time that he would eat suhoor in, but I saw a lot of people saying a few minutes before Fajr. Our Prophet ﷺ kept a short time between suhoor and Fajr. Now, here comes the trick. I see a lot of people doing their suhoor very early because, you know, after some people do suhoor after Taraweeh. Can you believe that? After they pray Taraweeh, they come back home and then, you know, you sit with the family or like you go reciting the Quran on your own. I think a lot of people spend after the Taraweeh time differently. A lot of people just simply go to bed. And also a lot of people eat again, like they count it as suhoor. So our Prophet ﷺ used to leave a very short time. I don't know the definition of very short, and I don't want to come up with numbers from my mind. So maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I just said I don't want to come up with numbers from my mind, but I did it anyways. Astaghfirullah. The time he left between Fajr and Suhoor, or Suhoor and Fajr, was about reciting 15 verses of the Quran. So count that for yourself in minutes. After suhoor, our Prophet ﷺ would pray Fajr, and after Fajr I saw a lot of people saying that he would remain seated, remembering Allah, staying away from all of the distractions, because the very first hours of his fasting tend to be so very calm. Right after that, our Prophet ﷺ would attend to his daily tasks, teaching, advising, and resolving matters in the community. Our Prophet ﷺ always controlled his speech and avoided arguments, especially in Ramadan. He even advises us to never get into an argument, even not verbally. You cannot do that. And to be mindful of our speech and control ourselves and to not be impatient. And if we ever run into these situations where, you know, a situation that could lead to an argument, all you could say is, I am fasting, and move on. Another thing I saw about how our Prophet ﷺ spent his Ramadan or fasting days is that he would attend to his daily tasks, like no laziness. I mean, I see a lot of us get so lazy during Ramadan. It's like we just cannot do our tasks properly as we used to do it before the month because we are fasting. but we have to try our best, you know. Let's talk about generosity right now. Being generous is one of the best traits of a Muslim, right? Our Prophet has always been generous, but everyone says, especially in Ramadan. And generosity is not only about charity, it includes time, patience, kind speech, and availability to others. I know a lot of us just get so impatient when they are fasting, but our Prophet has never been impatient with anyone, especially in Ramadan. Not in Ramadan. In Ramadan, he was always patient with everyone and everything that happens to him. And right after sunset, our Prophet ﷺ would break his fast, usually with dates, other times with water. Our Prophet did not delay iftar, and at iftar, our Prophet would make dua. As you know, the fasting person's dua at the time of breaking the fast is always accepted. Not about the dua of fasting. You know, when you break in the fast, I mean dua in general, you know. You could pray, make dua, and, you know, ask Allah for about anything. Because especially at that time, all of our du'as and your du'as will be answered, inshallah. So sit down, make that dua, talk to Allah, and ask for all the miraculous, wonderful things that no one other than him can give you. After that, he would pray Maghrib. At night, our Prophet ﷺ would pray Taraweeh, and I think Aisha said that he never exceeded 11 rak'ats. I'm not sure of this information. If I am wrong, please correct me. She said he never exceeded 11 rak'ats in or outside of Ramadan. And the last part of his day or night, we're at night time by now, was reciting the Quran. Ibn Abbas reported that Jibreel would come to the Prophet ﷺ and they will be reciting and reviewing the Quran every single night of Ramadan. So to keep this one short, our Prophet ﷺ worshipped deeply each and every day of Ramadan, but he also lived his life fully and attended to his daily tasks. He fasted, but he remained kind and patient and very mindful of others. So a day in the life of our Prophet ﷺ in Ramadan is very balanced. I love it. I'm genuinely in love with this. And that was pretty much for today's video. What do I say now? Ramadan Kareem again. Yup, I'm gonna keep saying Ramadan Kareem until it's Eid Mubarak. I'm never gonna stop saying it. I hope you have a lovely iftar with your family. If you are a revert or someone who's far away from their family, I feel for you. You are not alone. Allah is with you, and I am with you too. I mean, might not be important, but you can reach out to me for anything. Have a lovely night or evening. I mean, if you can make dua for me, I'd actually be the luckiest person alive. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.